Hello, how's it going? My name is Bluepaw and welcome back to Pokemon Showdown. Now before we get started, if you can, please show some Bluepaw power to that like button down below. I would really appreciate it. Now let's jump right into this OU battle. So as you can see here, my opponent is bringing a Togekiss, a Landorus, Slowbro, Weavile, Salazzle and Pinsir. I'm really pleased and surprised to see a Salazzle in OU. I didn't realise how much work it could put in, it's so fast, so it might come in clutch in this battle. As you can see, I've got a pretty standard OU team, using Darmanitan because there's no fast fire types at the moment, so it's all good. But he lives with Togekiss and I leave him with trusty Bosch, and this Togekiss actually goes for Trick and gives my Rotom a choice band, so I was like, great. And I went for Will-O-Wisp as well, so I've got to switch now. I can't do anything to this Togekiss besides futilely trying to burn it again. So I switch out into Icelandia, my Mamoswine. This thing can pack a punch, and thankfully that Air Slash is not a 2-hit KO. I was terrified by how much damage that did, but right here I can pretty comfortably go for an Ice type move. I thought my opponent may switch out, so I went for a safe Stone Edge. Turns out I missed. There you go, kids. Don't go for Stone Edge. Always go for an Icicle Crash if you run it. So I have to switch now because this Togekiss has now got a Life Orb, which means a second Air Slash would take me out. And I switch back into Bosch. Now I'm not choiced into Will-O-Wisp. I can go for Volt Switch pretty comfortably. As I go to here, this Togekiss goes for Heal Bell. Weird set. Awesome though at the same time. I just wasn't expecting it at all. I go for Volt Switch and switch back out into Icelandia. This time an Ice Shard will take this Togekiss out, and I haven't revealed it yet, so it's like, surprise, Ice Shard. Happy birthday Togekiss, you just got an Ice Shard to your face. Merry Christmas. That's 2 holidays in one, I hope you appreciate that. Now here comes the terrifying Salazzle. He predicted me to switch and goes for a nasty plot. I said, nah fam, Earthquake, straight out of here. I had no choice but to stay in. If I hadn't and he had gone for a nasty plot, I probably would have lost the game, so I just had to risk it with the Earthquake. Thankfully it paid off. He then switches in Slowbro, which is terrifying. I decided to go into Zapdos and do not eat this Psychic as well as I would have liked. I'm not leftovers, I'm Rocky Helmet, so I could go for Roost here. Instead I went for the obvious play and went for a Thunderbolt. It was kind of predictable, I know, and my opponent very sensibly brings in Landorus, and I get a pretty futile Thunderbolt off. I decided to go back into Bosch because it is my physical wall, as my opponent sets up Rocks, very good play on his part, and I decided screw it. I'm just going to go for another Will-O-Wisp, and he brings in Slowbro, which is, looking at his team, the only thing that he could afford to get burnt, and unfortunately I only do 6% where I could have done a lot more if I'd gone for Volt Switch. But I bring in Marshmallow, my special wall. He goes for Psychic, gets a special D-drop on turn 1. That's very frustrating for me because now this Scald that he's going to go for, as I set up Rocks, will do a lot of damage and burns me. So it's great. Marshmallow, you are just getting beaten up. Hacks in general destroyed me in this battle. I did not have a good time, but I decided to switch back out into Bosch because that Scald would have taken me out because of the special defense drop. But this Psychic still does a butt ton. Slowbro is so powerful. Oh my gosh, I think it's borderline. It's not even properly OU. That's crazy. But I lock myself into Pain Split like a true soldier there, and I have no choice but to go for it again. My opponent seizes this opportunity and decides to go into Pinsir, getting a free Mega Evolution and a free Swords Dance at that as well, as I have no choice but to go for Pain Split. I couldn't Volt Switch, I couldn't Will-O-Wisp, it sucked. But I switched into Mamoswine, predicting the Mega Evolution or the Swords Dance, so I can go for Ice Shard the next turn and pray that I would take this Pinsir out. Unfortunately, because of that stupid Togekiss taking my Life Orb, this Ice Shard does not take the Pinsir out, and he wreaks havoc on my Icelandia with a super powerful return. Goodbye Mamoswine, you are not living that. Now I have to pray that Zapdos can live a quick attack from a Pinsir. This is at +2 attack. I could not believe this only did 21 damage. I completely underestimated Zapdos. This thing is powerful. Wow, look at that. I went for Thunderbolt expecting to get knocked out. That was great. But now my opponent can go into Landorus. I do not run Hidden Power Ice, so I thought, Zapdos, you're pretty useless in this game. Just take a Rock Slide. And that got me thinking, I've got a feeling this Landorus is choiced. And I bring in Rotom, which pretty much confirms that. Not completely, but I decided to fire off a Hydro Pump because if the Slowbro comes in, a Burn and 2 Hydro Pumps would probably get close to taking it out at least. But no, I missed my Hydro Pump, so I switch into Marshmallow again, my Clefable, to take this Psychic. And luckily, after Leftovers, that's not a 2-hit KO, so I get to fire off a Moonblast, at least 1, which is good. And this does a good amount of damage actually, 24%. After the Burn, that is a 2-hit KO, and I live on 1% health, as I knew I could, and get some more lefties back. At this point my opponent has to switch because the Moonblast would take him out, and he brings in Landorus, pretty good switch in because there's no way he could switch Weavile in. So I fire off a Moonblast, it does 41%, which means it's a 2-hit KO. This Marshmallow is wreaking havoc on my opponent's team right now. You're getting destroyed by a Marshmallow, how do you feel? Unfortunately, if this Landorus is Scarfed or Banded, which I think it is, he goes for a Rock Slide. It would have taken my Clefable out. I want to keep that more than my Rotom right now. And I knew I had power in the back. I had Shofu, the Darmanitan. Look at this thing. This is UU. Flare Blitz to your face, Slowbro. This is UU versus OU right here. 35% to a Slowbro, which is physically invested, and then the burn goes and takes it out in the end. But that wouldn't have mattered too much because I would have just gone for Flavorless again. I'm Choice Scarfed, and I outspeed Landorus with a Choice Scarf. That's how good Shofu is. Goodbye! And Landorus goes as well. My opponent now realizes this little Weavile is not going to stand a chance, and very sensibly forfeits the game there. So I didn't even get to show the power of my Mega Sizzle, which I was really excited to use. I'll probably have to bring that in the next battle, so don't you worry. Now let me know if there's any Pokemon you want to see me use in future Wi-Fi battles. I'll be sure to bring them. Just leave a comment down below. But apart from that, that's going to wrap up the video. So I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please show some Bluepaw power to that like button down below. I do really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to never miss a video coming your way. Have a great day. Peace.